Hey, I'm Snider, and I just want to share a piece of my heart with you. I am a perfectionist, or at least that has defined a lot of my identity for a good chunk of my life. It leads me to attempting to be perfect in all areas of my life: relationships, religious activities, work, sports, you name it. Sometimes the results of this can be good, such as a drive to do things with excellence or to pay great attention to detail. On the other hand, the results of being a perfectionist often lead me to arrogance, despair, or fear. It leads me to arrogance as I compare myself to others in all categories and try to make myself better than them. It leads me to despair when I realize that I have failed, that I am not perfect, and that I will fail again. It leads to fear in facing opportunities and decisions because I become paralyzed and immobile and not wanting to move forward and bear the risk of making a possible mistake. One of the major problems with all of these is that it puts me at the center of things, the one responsible for making myself perfect, the one on whom I depend for strength to be perfect. Me being at the center is a problem because I am not perfect, especially not in the things that matter to God, who by definition is perfect. He is the standard of perfection. Even if I'm doing quote-unquote good things, it is still all about me. The motivation is all related to me. This is why even my attempts at being perfect are viewed by God as something like filthy rags, which is a tame way to put it, really. God, in His perfection as God, has the right to require perfection from me, yet I've already acknowledged that I am not perfect. Here is where a deep despair can set in. In the one area that ultimately matters, Luke the perfectionist is not able to be perfect or do anything to make myself perfect. The beautiful thing is that not only is God perfect, but that He loves with a great, enduring love. In that love, He sent Jesus, who is God's exact image on earth, lived the perfect life I can never hope to or strive to live on my own. His every motivation was even perfect as He sought to make much of the one who had sent Him. But people just like me, who had been trying all their lives to be perfect on their own and in their own way, hated Jesus because He was shaking up all their categories of what it truly means to be perfect. So they killed Him. Yet God raised Jesus to life again. In this, there is even more beauty, for in His death, Jesus died in my place and for my imperfections. And not only that, but the same power that God used to raise Jesus to life again can empower me to live more and more like Jesus, even though I still revert back sometimes to that old perfectionism. But in that, He gives me the strength and motives that are like His, where I seek to make much of Jesus, who is my perfection.